Volusia Flagler Fantasy Football League. It is me, Mr. Bowen. We don't know a team name yet. With our commish, Mr. Gailey. How we doing?
Doing all right, sir. Outside here, living the dream. Houston, Texas. As you can tell, that the backdrop's a little bare right now. The commissioner's house is all packed up, ready to rock and roll. Man, we're going to be moving to a new dig here in the next couple weeks. So
Congrats.
things have been kind of moving at a pretty fast pace around this household. What about you, man? What's good down in FLA?
Uh, Trying not to die from pollen. Um, it's starting to get hot, very hot. It is also bike week.
All
Yep,
right.
it's bike week. So yeah,
You
yeah, that's
gonna take You gonna take the old two wheel out for a spin during the week or this upcoming weekend? You gonna head down to the patch, man, and taking some slaw wrestling this year or what?
dude. I tried to enter into the coleslaw wrestling this year. Um, they said I was over the weight limit for the small inflatable kiddie pool that's filled with delicious amounts of coleslaw,
There you go.
which I'm sure just gets even more delicious after marinating in 25 to 45-year-old sweaty women.
Mm,
Yeah.
yummy.
But if I get a
Taking me
chance to go
back.
down there, man, I'll take it all in for you, and I'll let you know
Appreciate
how that
that.
goes. I'm gonna try not to throw up now. I wish I didn't say that.
Good deal. Good deal.
But no,
Well,
man,
hey,
I'm
man.
staying off the two wheels this weekend, man. I don't.
Okay. Probably smart. We want to see you back here on
Yeah,
the video here in the next
too
couple of
many
weeks.
too many drunk people, dude.
Too many crazies. Well, hey, man, Super Bowl, right? So let's not sit here and talk about like the box score and the nuances of the game, but let's talk about some polarizing questions, man. Like, I mean, what do you think, bro? Like, are we talking Kansas City Chiefs dynasty? I mean, this is Pat Mahomes' second one, right? I mean, they won the first one, okay? And then they turn around and Tyreek Hill goes down to Miami, right? And like people are all talking about KC offense taking a step back, regression. I mean, these guys didn't even look like they missed a beat. I mean, they basically revitalized Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's just having this great season, and they get MVS from Green Bay, right? And it's like Pat Mahomes is just like, cool, man. Here's a red jersey. Go run a nine and go running in, and I'll throw you the football. They didn't even miss a beat, man.
No, they didn't. Um, I mean, there's no denying that Patrick Mahomes is a special player, man. And the chemistry that he has with Kelsey is reminiscent of the Brady Gronk days, right? In New
Hmm.
England, and he reminds me a lot of that, right? Where it doesn't matter who is wearing the jersey, it matters what's going on at the QB position, and to have a coach like Andy Reid. I mean, it's you're gonna be okay, right? Dynasty, I don't
Well,
know. I don't know, man. There's a lot of competition in this league, right? And I don't really want to talk about the box score, but what I will kind of like chime in on, these refs, dude. Okay. Like I'm not trying to be that guy, dude. But when you
oh, you
call a
didn't.
holding call, okay? When you make that call that guy made in that fucking game, okay? That was arguably one of the best Super Bowls that we've had the opportunity to watch in our lifetime, okay? That
Agreed.
was a
Agreed.
barn burner. Like I almost called it. I almost called the score. If you remember, I was close, dude. Like that
I
was
mean,
a
you were what,
barn burner.
37, 34, right?
Yep, that was a barn burner shootout. Hell of a game of
Yeah.
two teams that I mean, I didn't give a shit who won, you
Yeah,
know.
sure. Sure.
But for Philly to lose on that call on a ball that was thrown like 6 yards over Juju's head, is horseshit.
I mean, you got to go back to the saying, man. Like you just got to let them play, especially when you get on that stage at that stage of the game, man. You just got. I mean, unless it has got to be absolutely no black and white. Like, the call's got to be the call absolutely has to be made. But I mean, on to argue against you, I mean, it sounds like looking at some of the videos that the ref had a good he had a good argument, man. He had good angle. He made the call, and they interviewed the guy from Philly after the game, and I mean, he was like, yeah. He got me on a hold. And to me, if the guy's coming out saying that in his post game interview, that just tells me that he'd been holding the whole damn game, and you know he finally got called. But I'm with you though in the sense that at that stage of the game, man, unless the guy got like tackled, I wouldn't be throwing the flag.
Yeah. One thing that I want to touch on, I don't know how many of you in this league or people that are watching, spend time on Twitter. But I just want to take a moment to talk about the Juju Smith-Schuster drama that unfolded on Valentine's Day. Do you know about that?
Man, as far as the nuances of it goes, like I kind of heard briefly about it, but I mean, I didn't run down the rabbit hole. So it seems like you may be a little bit more versed on this topic than me.
So Juju posted a picture of, damn, what's his name? The guy that held him. Can't remember his name. Um, Hold on, I'll find this. Yeah, he posted a picture that said, "I'll hold you when it matters most." What was the
Oh
name of the
boy,
guy? Who was it?
I
I
think his
can't.
last name was Bradshaw, maybe
Bradbury, I think.
Bradbury. There
Yeah.
you go.
So he posts that picture, and who comes in to talk about it? AJ Brown. And
Oh
AJ
Lord.
Brown ain't about that. Um, so Twitter ignites in a fiery send off of words between Juju and AJ Brown. Um, you know, and AJ Brown, quote unquote, says, "First off, congratulations. Y'all deserve it. But this is lame. You were on your way out of the league before Mahomes resurrected your career on your 1 year
Ooh,
deal.
ooh,
TikTok boy.
ooh, Lord.
Resurrected your career on your 1 year deal. TikTok boy." Because we know Juju is Juju and Patrick's brother Jackson. They like to do dances on
I was gonna say,
TikTok.
have they even collabed on one?
I mean, they definitely shouldn't. They definitely shouldn't. But AJ Brown, he said he admitted that he grabbed you, but don't act like you're like that or ever was. But congratulations again.
Mm.
And it ensued, and they went back and forth to the point where AJ Brown said, "Listen, dude, I'm not about that. If you want me to pull up, I will." Like, dude's ready to fight Juju. And like what I think we all need is for that fight to happen. I don't mean like in a parking lot of, you know, Raising Cane's Chicken where Juju's working his part-time job right now, Like I'm talking like octagon, no gloves. I'm putting my whole life savings on AJ Brown. Every dollar I possibly have, kids college fund, it's all going to AJ Brown.
Yeah,
He's a monster.
he's physically gifted.
He's something else. But
Hey man,
yeah.
so speaking of physically gifted, dude, NFL Combine, right? And I don't know if you've seen this video of Nolan Smith out of UGA, right? Defensive lineman, 238 pounds. Okay. I want you to wrap your hands around this, right? 238 pounds. The dude, I believe, is like 6'3". Okay. 4'3", 40. Dude, I don't know about you, but when I run the 40, they usually use a sundial to clock my time. And this dude is playing defensive line and booking at 4.39. Could you even dream about running that fast?
That's a very stupid question.
That's
I
well, listen, man.
listen, I don't remember what my 40 time was because we all had to do it, you know, freshman football. That's about as far as I got. That's as far as I got, dude. I love
Four three
football,
nine is
but the
perfect,
game's
man.
not for me, dude. I can't
Mhm.
play it. They want to put me on center, and
I'll
no.
tell you what, man. Like I haven't done too much of a deep dive on the combine, but the RB that's getting ready to come out of Texas, man, has got all kind of fantasy analysts, just all types of just hot and bothered. It's going to be real interesting to see where B Rob ends up landing as far as the draft goes. I can't. I'd be lying to you if I said I think of any team off the top of my head that's like super RB needy at this point. But I just keep going back to like what Brees Hall had started to do to the league, before his injury, man. And
Yeah.
when you start getting a running back that's getting that top end first round buzz, getting ready to come out, you got to know this guy's he's getting ready to be special. So it's going to be really interesting to see where he lands and what type of draft stock buzz he gets from a fantasy standpoint, and see how far the hype train starts to take him before fantasy drafts start to kick off.
I'm excited, man. Um, I think I'm more interested to see who moves around in the draft. You know, there's some teams that are have some high needs, right?
Sure,
And we really haven't got to see what's going to happen in free agency yet, and I think that's going to
sure.
be a big it's going to have a big effect on what happens in the draft.
Mhm.
But we got some big free agent quarterbacks out there right now. They're gonna
Oh, sure,
land with different teams and big wideouts, I think. And I think there's going to be some trades too that happen that are going to affect draft stock and draft order for sure.
sure, sure.
But
Yeah.
I can see the Saints messing up some stuff. I can see the Bucks messing up
Mhm.
messing up some stuff. I don't know, man. And I think
Hey,
some teams are
so
going to unload.
let me ask you this, man. Like, if we were getting ready to fire up a draft tomorrow, right, and you had the number one pick, who you taking? Just a knee jerk, man. Because I know you're in the same boat as I am. We haven't even really started to scratch the surface of it yet.
Who's the number one pick in the draft this year?
As far as fantasy goes, I
Oh,
mean, to
are you talking about
me,
fantasy or are you talking about actual NFL? I'm
I'm
sorry.
talking about, I'm talking about fantasy,
Okay.
fantasy, man.
All right, we're back in our realm of things. First
Yeah, oh
pick.
yeah, oh yeah.
First pick. Oh man.
Because I know who I would probably take.
I was first pick this year. Or last year, excuse me. Didn't work out for me, dude. At this point, dude, if I'm high up on the draft order, 1 through 3,
Yeah,
I'm taking a
yeah.
quarterback. I'm taking a quarterback. Because
Really?
if you turn back time, you turn back the clock to 2012 when I won, I
Mhm.
took Tom Brady in the first round. I went quarterback tight end.
Yeah.
My first two picks. It's just, man, I don't know if you can put all your eggs into one basket on the RB at the first pick anymore, man.
I mean, no, I mean it's a solid
I
argument.
mean, do you take Derrick Henry maybe? Because I mean, you can't trust Jonathan Taylor. They got a new coach. They have no quarterback. You know, I don't even know if
I
you can
mean,
trust Derrick Henry because the Titans are kind of imploding on themselves right now too, man. To
well,
me, it's I hate to say it, dude, but it's probably Patty. It's probably Patrick Mahomes, dude, first pick.
I mean, I was gonna say, man, like from an RB standpoint, I mean, you got to look at the season that Christian McCaffrey just kind of came off of the second half of the year out in San Francisco,
Yeah,
being out there with Shanahan and being so run heavy. I mean, I know he was dealing with the calf issue coming down the stretch, man, but to me, CMC is probably going to be your number one overall, and you got to look at what Saquon Barkley, did this past year, man. Saquon had like I mean, yeah, he's dealing with the quad and a couple of those injuries over the last couple of seasons, man. But I mean, he was cooking rather long until
I'm the
like
wrong
later
one.
half.
I'm the wrong one to ask that, dude. To be honest with you, because if you look at prior drafts in our league, when I take running backs high, they I say this with a light heart, okay? I don't mean it seriously out there on YouTube
Sure.
land, but they fucking die. Like they just stop playing.
Yeah. No, I got you.
I took Christian McCaffrey 3 or 4 years ago. He was out half the year. I took Jonathan Taylor last year. He was gone. Let's turn back to 2011 when I took Jamal Charles. I still remember that picture, guy. I remember that picture on NFL's
Mhm.
website with fantasy season ruined, and they fucking photoshopped Jamal Charles off of the paddy wagon with him holding his knee with his face down. I remember that picture. It's ingrained in my brain for the rest of my life. Fuck taking
Yeah.
a running back in the first round, dude. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
And I
I'm never doing
remember
it again, dude. I'll take fucking Justin Tucker. Okay? I'll take fucking Justin Tucker over a running back right now.
let's go, baby. Let's go.
I'm the wrong guy to ask that, dude. I need a whole team of wide receivers and quarterbacks. I don't even need a running back anymore. I don't
2023, Sean Bowen is the going to
first
be
pick in the draft. I'm
the
taking
mayor of the zero RB strategy
yeah.
situation this upcoming year.
We'll turn back time. We'll fast forward the clock so dude and here in a few months we'll find out draft order and I'll probably get screwed and be like the first or second pick and then I'll completely forget
I mean,
everything I just said right now. And here's Christian McCaffrey on my team, and week 3, weeks 1 and 2, he goes off for like 900 yards and 17 touchdowns, and then week 3, his head literally falls off of his neck. It's what'll happen.
all right, I'm just finishing up. I just wrote a note down here that I'm going to put you down for the number one pick this upcoming season. So
I'm trading it.
once I, once I do my random draft generator,
Rigged.
it is every year. As soon as I send that sucker out, I get 6 text messages talking about how I came to the conclusion of that order this year.
I don't think I
But
messaged you after you released the draft order. I just looked at it and was like, man, I hate that. Dude, I love being 12. I love being last pick. I'd rather have a high 1 or a low 1 and a high 2 than a high 1 and a low 2. I don't know, man.
I got you.
Yeah, but dude, as far as running backs go, man, I would say the top 5 for next season are probably C-Mac, right? And
Yeah.
Saquon. We got Derrick
Hmm.
Henry. I think Jonathan Taylor honestly has a better year than last year.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know,
You got to put
and
him back up there.
and then rounding out the top 5, dude. I mean, see what happens with Brees Hall's knee. You know,
Yeah.
or
Nah, you're gonna
we
see.
could have a rookie too. I mean, we're forgetting about Josh Jacobs too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but was Josh Jacobs' year last year a play? These guys, dude. And I hate to be, I'm not trying to be negative, but we always see a player who's really good, then kind of has like an off year. But then when it's the contract year, when it's the year where like I got to ball out so I get paid, like this dude goes nuclear and he's
Hmm.
sent off into orbit, right?
Hmm.
And then he gets paid and he's like, you know what, dude? I had a lot of vegetables yesterday and my calf hurts. Like I think about Arian Foster a lot. Like the dude was great. He got paid a bunch of money. It came out that he was like super like vegan, right? And
Hmm.
I'm not saying bad about that, but like I don't know. And then he just like kind of fell off the face of the earth. A
Yeah.
lot of guys get their paydays and then they fall off the face of the earth. So I don't know if I trust Josh
Yeah.
Jacobs either. You know, what about
Well,
wide
you.
receivers? What do you think? What do you think top
I
five
mean,
wideouts next year?
you're definitely going to see a couple of. I mean, just from an overall standpoint, man, I wouldn't be shocked if you see Justin Jefferson sneak into the top five overall, in drafts. But like, if we're going to go knee jerk, man, on top five, you're probably looking at you're going to have Justin Jefferson up there. You're going to have Devontae Adams up there. Um, you're probably going to have Stephon Diggs up there. Um, I'm going to sit here and say that there's a really strong possibility that you will even see Cooper Cup be top five again, coming off the injury. And then, I mean, after that, man, Jamar Chase, you know, I mean, Jamar Chase probably should be a little bit higher on that list. I mean, he could
Yeah,
probably be, he could probably challenge Jefferson as the one, but to me, the top three, it's, without question, now that I've mentioned Jamar Chase, it should be Jefferson, Chase, and Devonta Adams in some form of order.
yeah, I agree.
But
I agree.
I tell you what, man,
I
let's
think you would. I think you should sneak CD Lamb in there too.
yeah,
Maybe over Cooper Cup.
yeah.
Maybe over Cooper
Well,
Cup. And
I
I think
said,
Jamar Chase is actually I don't know, man. It's going to go one of two ways, right? T Higgins isn't going to be a Bengal next year.
mm, I don't
I
know,
don't.
man. His coach came out and said that they weren't going to trade him. So I mean, again, like we're getting ready to. Well, we're already in lion season right now, but the draft's coming up, and like you said, free agency is gonna definitely shake things up a bit. But we got all summer to chat about this, man. We still got a long way to go before it's total leather again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, you want
Anything
to go
else
ahead
you
and
want
put a
to?
bow on it?
Yeah,
Nah, man.
I think we're good, man. I think we're good.
Let's go ahead and put a bow on this, and we'll reconvene here in a couple weeks once I get relocated and resituated, and we'll start trying to improve the show a little bit.
Absolutely.
So share the show, like the show, smash that subscribe button. Isn't that what all the kids say on these YouTube videos?
They do. Like, follow, share, and pound the subscribe button.
Oh
Appreciate
yeah.
y'all watching. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Take care.